Hello, welcome everyone to another Mikereative Cast, episode 16. We are going to be talking about the Game Awards and the winners and pretty much all of that, and the Game of Thrones little teaser trailer that they showed off. But before we get into that, what are we going to do? Same thing we do every podcast.
Pinky.
We drink.
Try to drink our world away. I'm just kidding. We're gonna pick, well, not every podcast, but we're gonna do our little podcast and podcast. You picked last time.
I picked the last one.
No looking. Pick one paper. Just
Uno?
one paper.
Just one.
Oh my gosh.
I was looking.
What is it? Oh damn it. What is it?
It is 8, Michael.
8.
It is 8.
Okay.
Do you
I'll be
remember
right
them
back.
all by?
No, I don't.
Oh. I was like, how do you remember that?
I'll be right back.
It's pretty good.
All right, number 8 is a fun one because it is nice and rainy over here. Kind of cold weather.
No, it's the bad one.
Perfect for, a nice, strong, dark, stout Ballast Point Victory at Sea.
Nice.
Oh.
My personal favorite. So we're going to have some fun with this one. I'm going to point that your way. I'm going to grab a bottle opener. And I don't want to say.
3 hours later. Swing. It's 10 o'clock already, guys.
Cool.
Ounces is this?
What time do you have work tomorrow?
32.
I have work at 10 in the morning.
Oh, okay. It's not too bad.
I'm going to be fine.
Yeah. I'm the one that has to get up early.
You've done worse.
I have done way worse.
That's true. Well, this is really exciting. I hope you guys have a lot of fun watching
The poor.
and listening to us talk.
The poor.
How's you guys?
Is that a double on time? Because you're talking about that we're poor at the same time.
How's you guys'
To the poor.
weekend? Is it a good weekend? I hope it's a good weekend for you. So we watched the Game of Thrones little teaser trailer.
It's a teaser.
What did you guys think of it?
It was bullshit. I didn't get. It was actually really good. I really liked it. It didn't give any of the footage away, so no one can actually guess on.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying too. I was like, wow, they didn't have any kind of film footage.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I really think they're just gonna go the route.
They're gonna keep that on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep everything on the down low, which is great.
Money.
Everyone knows how hype it is. Even like they especially know
Yeah.
how hype it is. They're not gonna like spoil it by giving any type of. I would be surprised if they gave a trailer away.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, give it away because this is your favorite.
Ah, yes. So this one comes from the lovely Stone Brewery. I'm kidding. Ballast Point.
Damn.
Not the same.
Taking shots. We're taking shots here.
Ballast Point Brewing Company that's down in San Diego, California. It's called Victory at Sea Imperial Porter with coffee and vanilla. It is trying to find 10% alcohol by volume. This is a good 22-ounce bottle right here, a little bomber bottle.
We got about 7 ounces each.
Yep.
Nice.
About 7 ounces each.
Actually, this month at Ballast Point, they're doing their whole Victory at Sea variants.
Ooh,
We
I'm
gotta
excited
figure out
for that because I want
what
to do
that day is.
the cherry one.
The cherry one, whatever they
Show
have.
this off here.
Oh, snaps. I just got it all over me.
Oh, yeah. We have names on our cups. Don't ask me why. I wrote it.
Damn it.
And they all look like shit. Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud. Prost.
Salud.
Did
Still
you get it on
waiting.
your hand too?
Yeah, I
I
did.
got it on my hand.
That's why I'm just going to face it towards me so I know where I'm touching.
I know that this is mine,
Yes.
but you guys don't know because it's not facing towards me.
Still solid.
Pretty good.
Still
Pretty
solid.
good. I think I like it more out of a draft. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
still
still good.
cold.
It's still good, though.
Yeah.
I think if you let it
It's
warm
very
up, you got to just let it.
Yeah.
We got to let it sit. We can't be just
Stouts are better when they're a little warmer.
let that one sit.
Yes.
Put that one to the side a little
So,
bit.
Javi, what do you think of the Game of Thrones? I liked kind of the art, right?
I did too. I was kind of looking at the symbolism, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
So where they showed like the ice, and it took out the wolf, and then it took out the dragon, almost like the ice was coming for Dany and for Jon Snow.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fire came out, and it took the
Lion.
which was Cersei, right?
Mm-hmm.
House of Lannister.
And so I'm like, I wonder what that means. Are Jon Snow and Dany gonna take out Cersei, and then in the end, the White Walkers are gonna take out Dany and Jon Snow?
I don't know. I mean, a thought that just came to my head with you speaking on that is, and now I lost it. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know anymore. God damn it.
That went quick.
I should have just said it the minute I thought it.
It's just cool that they brought back that whole fire and ice thing.
Right. Because
I
that's
think
been the
that was
whole
great.
that's been the whole thing too. Yeah, for sure.
And that it was on the board game, on the little board type thing.
Yeah, and at Dragonstone, right? Because
Mhm.
they have that big. Because that used to be where the Targaryens. hung
Oh
out.
yeah, that's right.
And that table was actually built or like crafted for them, so they can. Like that was a full on like Westeros like continent. They're
It's like
okay,
a map, right?
Yeah, it's a full on map. That way they can kind of plan out like, okay, we're gonna go here and we're gonna
Like
go
a
here. Yeah,
war
Yeah.
strategies and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
Pretty cool. But the wolf I liked, and then the dragon obviously because that what happens in season 7.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was thinking like Jon was kind of taken out north of the wall, or not north of the wall, but Castle Black, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he laid in the snow. So you were saying the symbolism, right? Because like Dany's dragon turns into an ice dragon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then, but the fact that like they get wiped out, what if the whole battle ends up just being Jon Dany versus Cersei, and it, like the whole White Walker thing concludes really really quick in the beginning of the season? That'd be a really interesting kind of like twist, you know, for them to be like, yeah, we're only here for that person right over there. Oh yeah, okay, go ahead and take him, and then they just move back up.
That would suck.
That
I
would.
would
'Cause
be so disappointed. I would be
you-
so disappointed.
it
Like,
took
I-
8 seasons for them to build up, and then all of a sudden they're just like, oh yeah, that was it. We're gone.
For me, it's like
I mean,
I-
I can see George R. Martin doing that shit because he always tries to fuck with us.
yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
every page is like I don't know what's gonna happen next. So like, what if it's like that was his whole plot twist was like at the very end they didn't really want anything. They just wanted to be further south. So
I really
they could
hope
melt.
not. I really hope not, because I mean that's just
What if they're just like Olaf and they just want to see summer?
yeah, but it was so bad for Olaf.
Talking about Olaf, someone commented they wanted what's his name, Tyrion, to become the next Ice King.
Oh, okay.
I thought
Would you
that
be
was pretty
scared
funny.
though? Like the Ice King's coming, and you just look down, just like I think we'll be okay, guys. Everything's gonna be fine.
Until he shoots like icicles out of his hands.
No, I like the little trailer. Obviously, yeah, like you said, really didn't show much.
Mm-mm. It was quite a teaser though, because it gets you kind of questioning what's going on with the table. You know what I mean? And it's kind of getting us thinking like, oh, well, maybe it's like this and this, or maybe it's a battle between that. But I do like the ice and fire symbolism because that's been from the very beginning. Yeah, all in all, it's kind of like, oh, it's just exciting to kind of see what's going to happen in April. April 2019.
that was probably one of the most exciting parts
Yeah.
about it, is that you actually have a date now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
April 2019. What are we in, December? So
Yeah.
4 more months.
4 more months.
My birthday.
4 months.
Your birthday.
His birthday.
Your birthday.
Now just everybody at work has to just request Sundays off.
Yeah.
Why are you requesting Sunday off? Game of Thrones, bitch. Like, enough said.
As my grandma really likes Game of Thrones, and I want to watch it with her. Game Awards next. So we have a good list of categories. We're only going to pick a few, but things that we just want to kind of go over, some fun, exciting, kind of like the Oscars of games.
So exciting.
I can feel your enthusiasm. So we have a good list. Game of the year, obviously. Best ongoing game, Best game direction, best narrative, best art direction, best score, best audio design, performance, games for impact, independent games, mobile games, VR games, you name it.
Damn.
Action adventure, role-playing, fighting, family, strategy, sports racing, multiplayer, student, and debut indie games. So
Nice.
a good list of bests for the year.
Have you already seen these?
We're looking at them together.
I watched
Okay.
the nominees already. I mean, I looked at the nominees.
We looked at the
earlier.
nominees earlier today, but because the Game Awards have already happened,
Mhm.
we know. Well, they know the outcome. Like they have it like on one of the pictures. Like,
Got
if you
it.
look at like these, it'll say like winner. So we know that like that's what it is.
Ah.
But what I was thinking of do is I'll have my phone over on the side, and then we'll just kind of say, we'll go to let's do game direction. So we can go over to game direction, and we have A Way Out, Detroit Become Human, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2. So it says for game direction, awarded to a game studio for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
What were the nominees again?
A Way Out, Detroit Become Human, God of War, Spider-Man, and Red Dead Redemption 2. Not that we're trying to guess or anything, but it's like, what would be your pick in like direction-wise? You know what I mean? For me, I really liked Spider-Man because
I like
I really
Spider-Man.
liked how the direction went from, main quest to side quests so fluidly that it was just kind of like me as Spider-Man just going through the motions of like his like day-to-day type of life, like living and fighting crime,
Yeah.
whereas with Red Dead it gets a little kind of like, oh, I've just been fishing for 3 days because I can do that, you know what I mean? So the direction of it doesn't really push you to try to do the story because you really want to experience everything, whereas Spider-Man's a little bit more condensed and allows you to kind of be like, oh, actually I want to continue on with it, or at least it kind of has a story fluidity
Yeah.
throughout
What
each
were
of
the
things.
other options other than
Other than what?
Red Dead and Spider-Man?
Spider-Man? God of War, Detroit Become Human, and A Way Out.
What was Detroit Become Human about?
That was that cool like demo one that I did where it's all kind of like, it's a very interactive story, and you just kind of walk around. You get to make those choices,
Mm-hmm.
So it's like there was like the android cop who came in and he found a gun under the table, and it's like, do you take the gun or do you leave the gun? And if you take the gun, now you have a gun in your possession, so when you continue on with that little mission, you can now use the gun later. Or if you leave it, then you have a means to be like, when you approach the hostage says, are you armed? And you say no, you're not lying, and he can tell you you're not lying, kind of thing,
Was that well received?
It was well received as like on a critical standpoint, I think, because of the just the branches of like the outcomes of each like story. It's like this like 20 something like little outcomes that can happen within a story because of the different things you can choose to do or not do. You know what I mean? It was very interesting, but I don't think it would be good direction wise because I don't know. It just based on like gameplay. I know I only played the demo, but I've watched a few of the walkthroughs and things like that. But I didn't feel like there was a lot. It was good direction there. As far as story goes. And A Way Out is about the two prisoners that escape jail.
Oh, that's cool.
And so you kind of have like it's like a co-op. It's a full co-op game.
Oh.
So you and a buddy can team up, and then you guys can both escape jail, and you're one character, and the guy is the other, right?
That's cool.
Your friend's the other, kind of thing. And I never actually watched it, but I've heard really good things. So I mean, if it's obviously it's
I'd
been
probably
nominated.
choose that one just because of the fact that there's not that many games that are like that.
Yeah.
Like, there was that one game where the two guys that wore the masks.
Oh, right.
What was it
Army
called?
of Two.
Army of 2.
Mhm.
Oh, I like
remember-
that
I remember
game.
that.
That game was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then there's an indie one called Brother Tale of Two Stories or something like that, and that one wasn't multi co-op player, but it was your toggle sticks were each brother.
Oh, that's hard.
wow.
So
Oh, I
each
do
brother
remember
on the
that.
screen. If you move just the one telescope up, only the one brother is going to move up, and the other one stays behind. So you have to move both at the same time. So it's kind of like a puzzle. Like,
Aren't you
have to
working
move
like
this-
both of them at the same time?
Yeah, and you have to kind of
That's
split your brain a
crazy.
little
that
bit.
was crazy. Yeah.
Um,
That's
so-
a cool one. Was that part of it?
No, that released a long time ago.
Oh, it did release.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is all just 2018 games that came out in 2018. Okay, let's do another category.
Okay.
Or do we want to go into like we just say the winners of those?
Yeah, we could just
and
say
we'll
the
just
winners.
keep.
I would just go with the winners.
Okay. So the winner of best game direction was God of War.
God of War, huh?
But it was like one of the better God of Wars that actually came out, right? Like,
Oh, I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. It was super great. I still think Spider-Man, but God of War was amazing.
didn't
Was
it follow a linear path?
It did. It was more linear than Spider-Man's, which is probably why
It won.
it had a little bit better of game direction.
Yeah.
Because it was just kind of like, they had the focal point of, no, this is what we're gonna go now. This is where we're gonna go now, type of thing. It's a great game.
I should check that out.
Yeah.
Now that he plays games.
Congratulations, God of War.
Congratulations. What do you guys want to do for the next list?
Let me look. Let me see. We pay like $90 a month for our internet to suck.
That's true. Yeah. It does suck.
Yeah, I purposely asked them to make theirs shittier than mine because I never had problems. Thanks,
Fuck
Time
you.
Warner.
You can actually do that actually in the modem. You can go in and
Yeah,
you can
I
find
know.
people's IPs and
drop
slow it down.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You bitch.
Let's do best performance.
Best performance.
Because there is some good people on here. Brian Deckhart as Connor from Detroit Become Human. Christopher Judge as Kratos from God of War, which I think would be my pick. I'm going to butcher this name. Milisanthi
Milisanti.
Mahut as
Mayhap.
Cassandra in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Roger Clark as Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2. And Yuri Lowenthal as Peter Parker in Marvel's Spider-Man. Look at that. Pretty much the same games showing
They actually
up.
repeated a lot of the same games.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the same games. And
There's a lot of big hits in 2018.
but
for
it's just
sure.
kind of interesting that these are like the 5 or 6 that they chose.
For like, as far as nominees and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, they got some really good critic scores, you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't remember. Or I mean, I recall little bits and pieces of like Spider-Man, but I couldn't be like, oh, Detroit. What is it? Detroit Become Human?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how that did, but in terms of performance, I don't know.
Yeah, I liked Yuri's performance in Spider-Man, but I really like Christopher Judge's performance because everything was all in God of War everything was all motion cap and it was just so cool. Even seeing like the behind the scenes stuff and the way he like the shit he could do with his voice, make it super low.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, God, that's so cool.
Christopher Judge.
Christopher Judge, yeah. He's even big and bulky like Kratos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kratos.
it's super awesome. So yeah, my choice was him, for sure.
So this one was which one? The best
Best
performance?
performance.
So who won?
I'm sure it's
Roger
probably gonna
Clark.
The next thing, I mean, that we can go into just best action game,
Best action game.
which actually has Call of Duty, Black Ops 4,
Nice.
Dead Cells, Destiny 2 Forsaken, Far Cry 5, Mega Man 11, and Call of Duty actually didn't win.
Which is surprising because as much as people harp on Call of Duty, just go back to Call of Duty, you fucking asshole or whatever it is, you know, and like they, as much as people kind of like make that a meme or make that like a joke, the butt of a joke, it does win a lot of like awards.
Awards, yeah.
It's really interesting, and I don't think they actually won this year.
Because maybe everyone's over it. It's just too complex now.
It could be. It could be.
Is it too complex?
I feel like it is because they add like so many things that you can do. You can like
What's kind of really annoying is like here's Call of Duty 3. It came with zombies. Then you have Call of Duty like 4, or I guess it's Modern Warfare 3 or whatever. But whatever. So they had the zombies mode, and they always had it like included. And now they have that shit included in the season pass. So you have to buy the season pass just to play the zombie mode.
That's lame.
You know, and
So
they
you
do
can't play zombies without.
Exactly.
Crazy.
So they do that. That's what I mean. I don't like those kind of companies where they kind of go like, oh, that's the most popular thing. Let's just make this base game that doesn't have any kind of single player missions anymore because we just took that shit out. Because
Did they take out the?
No one plays it anyways.
I played it every time.
I know.
I played it every time just to follow the story.
I know it's a quick single player game, but at least it's like something that's single player. You know what I mean? It's the same like
there was one where Kevin Spacey was actually in it.
Yeah, that's like
that
the third
was,
one.
That was pretty good.
That's
I
like the
liked
third
that.
one, and then
Yeah.
the space one, Jon Snow's in it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Jon Snow's in the space one. So they're slowly kind of pushing out these things and then allowing that content to come back in, but through like DLC and through season pass and through like these like special expansions. And then you turn around and you have to spend more than the $60 that it should just be included.
How much do you have to pay for that?
It's like around $120 to get everything.
Stupid expensive.
And then that's not even including like the currency that you can buy to get like this special little like I want the cape that is color red and I like red. You know what I mean?
Do you think gaming is just gonna go down that route with all these DLCs
Well, it
and
has been.
add-on? Well, yeah, but I mean, that's kind of lame.
It has been the minute PlayStation and Microsoft figured out that we can attach internet to our consoles. They started adding, we got this game. Why don't you buy this? Because now you can add that to your assassin or to your character or to your whatever. And so that's when DLC really started to come, you know. And it got flack, but now they're kind of being smart about it and packaging it in like we're gonna take more time on these things. It's not just gonna be a quick little like, you know, like The Last of Us has really been harped on that. It's a great game, and the multiplayer was okay. But the fact that like there's over 100 different DLCs,
100,
and each of the DLCs, it's just a little like emote. So the way you killed someone, or the way like, you know what I mean? Like it's like small little tiny things that you buy, but they're each like $1 or $2 or $3. So if you were to get everything, you'd be spending hundreds of dollars on just a multiplayer little, you know, The Last of Us type of.
And
It's
there are
ridiculous.
kids out there who are gonna try to pay for all this.
That. Yeah, they're gonna want that.
Steal their
There's
parents' credit card
adults
and
who do this as well.
That's crazy.
what my choice would probably be Dead Cells, just because we loved Dead Cells for a good long while.
Dead Cells
I
1.
still love Dead Cells, and I still want to pass it.
I know it's
feel-
so fucking hard. I know other people do it and they're like, "Oh, come on, it's so easy, bro." And I'm like, "Shut up, it's hard for me."
It's a hard game.
It's a hard game. And when you beat it, apparently you can upgrade it to like an ultra difficulty, where it makes it even harder, but you get like better shit. I can't even stand that. I don't even know if I want to do that.
Mm-mm.
It's already hard as
It is. It is.
on the one fucking mode that it has.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, but Dead Cells 1 best action game.
Yes.
I'm glad they won something because it was a really cool game.
I like that.
I
What's
really like that
what's
game.
the next genre? Jobs, you got one.
Yeah, why don't you choose one?
The next one? Any of them?
Any of them.
Mhm.
We're gonna save the best for
Let's
last. But,
see.
you
Which
know.
is the best? Which is the game of the year?
Yeah.
The best debut indie game.
Ooh, is that the very bottom?
The very
The
bottom.
very first award.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So, what does the description say?
It says recognizing a new independent studio that released its first game in 2018. Winner selected by fan voting.
Oh, nice.
We got Donut County.
Okay.
We have Florence, which I understand is a mobile game on your phone.
Is
Nice.
it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Moss, The Messenger, and Yoku's Island Express.
Okay. My pick would have been Moss.
Moss?
Yes, that is a VR game.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh, really?
reason I pick it. Oh, go ahead. You have something to say?
No, I was commenting like.
You have something to say?
You have something to say?
The reason I choose Moss is because they actually implemented sign language into the game.
So I have to do sign
So
language.
you'd have to do it.
You
to
don't
like the
you don't
little-
have to do it. Moss does it, but he implements it. You can add it as like a little ability for people who are deaf, and
That's
Moss
cool.
can speak to you.
That's awesome. That's
know?
really cool.
That's
Because in the
cool.
game, you're hearing and you can interact that way.
Mhm.
Well, it's like a lot of people were saying like, oh, it'd be really cool, and they were telling the let's see, PolyArc Games. They were reaching out to them saying it'd be really cool if you were able to make it deaf friendly.
Yeah.
You know, have that where the mouse, because when they were showing off the trailers for Moss, it seemed really cool. It's like a puzzle game where you follow this mouse that kind of has a sword and just kind of runs around, and it's like you're figuring shit out, but it's all kind of VR. So you follow him kind of like behind him type of thing, where you can
Okay.
move around him, you know, and you use the controls to kind of maneuver and then figure out the puzzle of the level. And so they ended up doing that. They did an update before the game even came out. They were able to like get that, they rushed the game out, and they were able to add actually sign language that the mouse would do, and it was so cool and so like appreciative of a community that usually isn't kind of recognized, or at
Yeah.
least kind of like looked at, and focused on.
Targeted, yeah.
Yeah, targeted. Thank you. So it was really that's why I picked that.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
That's
Yeah.
a cool concept.
Yeah.
I know from what I know, Florence is it's an app that you can download on your phone. It's like $3,
Okay.
Oh, it is an app.
and it's about a girl following a girl in her love life, and the ups and downs of her love life, and apparently it's really good. I don't know. I have no idea.
That's crazy.
But yeah, but it's like
Huh. You just follow her love life?
yeah. I don't know if it's just strictly about her love life, but I know that it's like it does have a big portion of the story itself is like about her love life and like following like the ups and downs of it.
Nice.
And
I'm looking at that.
you go.
Yeah. Florence is an interactive storybook from the award-winning lead designer of Monument Valley about the heart-racing highs and heartbreaking lows of a young woman's very first love.
Yeah.
Huh.
Pretty.
$2.99.
$2.99. So
Would
who
you like
won?
to follow an emotional roller coaster? Pay $2.99. Or just live life.
It's like, I'm living it right now.
It's free.
He's like, I've never had my first love.
That's not true. I love beer.
I love bear.
I
love bear.
I love bear.
Hey, beer. I love you.
I love you, bear.
I love you, beer.
Talking about beer.
You ever drank Bailey's from a shoe?
Oh shit. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm all talking about beer.
Oh, who won?
It was. Oh, sorry. Well, it
The
was
Messenger.
The Messenger by Sabotage Studio.
I have no idea. Does anyone know who that game is?
Don't know.
No.
I don't know what this game is.
So let's look for another category, and then we'll look up the messenger at the same time
Okay.
Okay.
and see what type of game this is.
You look up the messenger. You look up another category. I'm gonna drink this beer because I'm behind.
Okay, I'm gonna choose best action adventure game.
Okay, go. Shoot.
All right, best action adventure game. So for the best action/adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. So it's different from action, because action is just like kind of shoot 'em up, right? Far Cry is kind of like that. You go into the base and you shoot 'em up. Whereas with action adventure, it's more of kind of RPG element, but not quite an RPG, but element. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
That's actually a pretty good set.
That is a pretty good set.
That's a really good set. You've played
It's
all of
fun
those
to
games.
say I played all those games.
You have played all those games.
That's why I picked the category.
So you are the expertise at this. I mean, who would you have chosen?
Who would I have chosen?
What
Oh,
game?
jeez. Action adventure.
That sounds like a lot of good games.
It does.
Because you did Tomb Raider.
I'd choose Red Dead 2.
So
Pause.
you guys can finish your conversation about this, but I do want to talk about the Messenger because I'm kind of excited now. I kind of want to play it.
Okay.
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 Okay. Okay. Who am I going to choose?
Who you gonna
Dead
choose?
2.
Red Dead 2.
Why?
Why?
Because of the traversal aspect.
Because of the traversal aspect.
There's no puzzle elements.
None.
But I do like it more. I think because I can just get lost in that world.
He likes getting lost.
versus the other games where I was like, yes, God of War is more narrative driven. Same with Spider-Man. To me, is very narrative, like story fluidity of between main missions and side quests. Whereas Red Dead, to me, I was like, I'm still on chapter 3, and I'm just running around the world and fishing and hunting and completing challenges and just enjoying everything I can. You know what I mean? Like that to me is an action adventure game, versus something more linear or whatever.
It's like you're exploring the world in your room.
Yeah, totally.
Exploring nature in your underwear. It's great.
That's why it's like, I can tell people like, oh, yesterday I ran like
for miles.
I ran miles yesterday. I climbed up the Avengers Tower. It was an amazing feat, and then I jumped off of it, and then I just web slung away. It was so cool. And then I popped out the disc and I ran around in Greece, and then I popped out that disc and I ran around in the Wild West. I popped out that disc and I ran around in. I can keep going, but all right. Messenger. Let's do this.
So Messenger, it's a platform game.
Ooh, love those platform
games.
And
it's also a ninja game. So this brings me back to like
Strider.
Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden. Okay.
Ninja Gaiden.
You should play Strider. You probably like Strider.
I would probably love Strider.
Dude, Strider is a platform and ninja game. Straight up.
Yeah, I'm sure I would. But I just looked at this, and I was like, this is the game I want to play. Ninjas. So
do we know if it's on console?
All it is a ninja, not even much of a ninja.
How dare you?
With the moon setting and like 80s style text that says messenger.
Is that like a goat
I took
next
your
to him?
phone. I took your keys out of your
Why
pocket.
are you bringing up old shit?
I'm a better ninja, and I'm sure he would destroy you. Anyways, Ninja Gaiden. Did you ever play Ninja Gaiden?
No, I did not play Ninja Gaiden.
On the original Nintendo, on the NES, one of my favorite games of all time. Like growing up, like the best memories of that game, and that was a hard fucking game.
Ninja Quest,
Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja.
Yep.
They made I know.
Ninja Gaiden.
They made more sequels on the PlayStation.
Yeah, they
on
played
the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, they made like a 3D version.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But I didn't care to play those. Fuck that. I want to play the original one.
Yeah, I think you'd like. I think you'd like Strider. I think you like Strider because it's pretty much Ninja Gaiden back in like the Super Nintendo era.
Yeah.
But just better graphics.
Huh.
But it's all traversal, so you can take the different buildings and you can go down and you can hide and you can stealth and you can take out people from above and below, and it's super fun.
I need to play that game too.
Isn't that kind of like Assassins?
A little bit. But platformer. Well, I guess Assassins does have a platformer now.
Kind of like Dead Cells, only the guy's not dead.
Totally. He's a ninja.
He's a ninja.
He's a ninja.
But I fucking love ninja games. And Ninja Gaiden throwback to when I was 5 years old.
So Messenger. I'm gonna see you guys playing Messenger next.
Yeah. So I'm gonna buy some shurikens, start throwing around in the house and shit.
That's my milk. Don't touch it. All right, you want to get to the last one? Let's get to the last one.
All right. Game of the year.
Game of the year.
So, Game of the year, recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. The options or the nominees go to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Celeste.
Is that a question?
God of War. That might have been. God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, and there's actually more. Monster Hunter World, and Red Dead Redemption 2.
2?
Out of those,
God of War?
God of War was on here.
Which God of War?
But the one that was in 2018.
Are they all called God of War?
This is like
This is the God of War?
Yeah. Well, no, this is kind of like the reboot, but it's a continuation of the story.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's based in Canada?
Yeah. Yeah. That's why it's so snowy.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, that would make sense.
There's a lot
And
of
that's why-
snow in Canada.
So they're all French Canadians.
And the Vikings.
French Canadians. They're in the search for the best.
Sorry.
Are they in search for the best maple syrup in the world?
Yeah.
Not allowed to kill bears.
No, but it is like a reboot. So it would technically be God of War 4 on a
So does the whole
technical level.
story start again, or
So yes. So the whole story starts again, but at the same time, it still continues on from 3. He just left Greece and he left the land of the Greek gods, and he moved over to the Norse mythology, the Norse gods, and he's like hiding away, and so it's a reboot because he's starting his life up again, right? He is like, I'm done with this.
Chick.
Yeah, he knocked up some chick. Now he has a son. You know what I mean? And so the whole game is kind of like he's gonna go spread her ashes to her back to her homeland.
He's gonna go 5,000 miles to travel to.
He would walk 500 miles, and he would walk 500 more.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just
I know
to
it's
be
like-
a man who would walk 500 miles and spread the ashes on her door.
you changed your whole like melody into that, like the whole like.
Well, I had to. It's like, not the actual
I
lyrics.
was gonna say he's gonna travel 5,000 miles to give her his seed.
But no, because she's already dead. That's weird. It's necrophilic.
Give somebody else his seed.
He already gave the seed. That's why he has a son.
Another seed.
Oh, okay. Dig this seed, boy.
His name is Johnny Appleseed. He has like 20 kids.
Yeah. He's like, you are an apple. You're an apple. You're an apple.
The apple of my eye.
No, he would never say that.
Yeah.
I can never hear Kratos say,
Fucking strike down on you.
you are the apple of my eye. I can't even do it. See, it's Chris Judge. Come on.
Chris Judge.
So good. So good.
His last name would be Judge. Judge Dredd. With that same voice.
Judge. Gudge.
Gudge.
Okay, who won?
God of War.
God of War! Game of the year. God of War.
God of War.
That's
That's
exciting.
crazy.
Yeah. That's awesome. So, a lot of great, exciting games to check out.
Hey, when's E3 coming?
June.
June. So you know who actually announced that they're not going to be a part of E3?
Who?
Sony.
What?
For the first time in
Like, what, 17 years
17
or something?
years.
That's crazy. That is preposterous.
Why do you think that is?
I think they're going to be, like, looking into new things, like new visions, new creative, like, things to show their audience or show their fans.
So do you think they're just going to branch out and just do this whole Sony, like, presentation thing?
I don't know, because they already have, like, a PlayStation experience, PSX, that they do, like, in November. But they also announced that they weren't going to do one of those either. So they're not, like,
So
they're not
what's
showing
going
up.
on?
But I think the reason is because they've already announced so many things. Spider-Man's already out. God of War is already out. There's already the Ghost of Tsushima and Days Gone, but they've shown those things to bits. So they're like,
New console.
yeah, they're probably
Oh.
waiting for a new, the time to be like, hey, we're coming back now. And it's going to be a new console in 2020.
2020.
You know.
And they're gonna fuck Xbox in the ass.
I don't think you can say that anymore.
They're going to fist them.
That'll do. That's the end of the show,
Can we
guys.
say that? Are we allowed to say that? We got, like,
It's a PSF.
PlayStation Fist. Thank you for watching that quick, short, fun fisting podcast. We hope you enjoy. Please let us know down in the comment section below what you think were your favorite choices in the list of nominees. I'll provide the link of the Game Awards
Be excited for Game of Thrones coming out in April 2019.
Be excited for Game of Thrones. Thank you for watching to the end. We really appreciate it. If this is your first time watching, be sure to like, subscribe. Check out some of the other channels if you're still unsure. But either way, just subscribe. Have your mom subscribe, have your dad, your grandma, your uncle. I don't give a shit. Okay. Have a good one, guys. We'll
Bye,
see you
guys.
next week.
Later.